It's your boy Vactus. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a unique big, something that's slept on. When they leave you open, you can catch them lacking and shoot a three. It might be a little undersized, but that's all good. You want to rebirth it first, You want to go with that power forward position. You could go right or left, it's whatever. You can do jersey number. It's like obviously up to you. Always go with that number one. Okay, 6'9". You want to fuck around with that weight, obviously. You want to go till you have. So you can either go 6'9", and have a 69 speed with ball, right? But I usually go 6'8". It's a little undersized, but what you can do is equip a mascot. If you have the cat one like I do, the Pacers one, it adds a little bit of height technically. There you go. So you could be 6'8", 7'2" wingspan. I usually go a little bit lower, so I have like an 83. It's up to you though. It's really up to you. You can mess with the wingspan. You could have it high if you really want to. It depends on what you're comfortable with as a 3-point rating. Personally, I go anywhere from 6'10" to 6'11". That way I have that ball handle. But you can stop at 7 foot. That way, you have a 81 ball handle and you still have an 84 three ball. You still got a decent block rebounding. You still got perimeter defense. That's what you want. So that way you can still lock up. So now what you want to do is close shot. You don't really need it crazy. I usually stop it at like 75. You want driving layup at 80. That way you can get those packages. Most of them like Circus, the Jellies. Driving dunk, I usually go anywhere from 88 to 90, just enough for the contacts. I'm gonna go with 90. Standing dunk, you get the packages at 40. But if you want to be able to do it, you should put it around like 70. Now post control, I usually go with enough for back down on gold, which is usually about 76. Yeah, 76. Mid range, it's each their own. It depends what you're efficient with. Personally, I'm gonna go with enough to get blinders on gold. Stop right on gold. There you go. Now three ball, you can have that 84, right? Free throw, what I usually do is because it doesn't take points, but it still takes a bit. I go 50-50 and I turn real player on for free throw. That way, 1 and 2, I'm making it. Pass accuracy, you're a big. You don't really need that much. If you know what you're doing. Ball handle, there you go. You got that 81. See, the reason I usually go higher is so I get ankle breaker on gold, but you can still put some work in with it on silver if you know what you're doing. Speed with ball, there you go, 72. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise speed, acceleration, right? Then we obviously got to worry about the important things like stamina and vert. Used to go like 94, vert 80. Now you go block, right? You want to make sure you get that block rating. There you go. Parameter. So that way you got that gold clamps. Rebounding. There we go. I usually go about 70 on the offensive, but you can go higher. There we go, 77. Now, the rest, I guess, should go into strength. That way you can still, back down. You may not be able to back down the traditional bigs, like, the 7-footers, but it's all good because you're usually going to outspeed them. And you're going to have a three ball. So when they lean back thinking you can't shoot, you're going to be able to just snap on them, You're big, you bulky, but you got that dagger, Interior defense, I mean, it doesn't really... Personally, I've noticed interior defense doesn't really work that good. It's usually mostly dependent on your strength from my personal experience, but that's whatever. And then it is up to you. But this is the build. You can play around with it however you want. For example, free throw, you can raise it by 2. But personally, what I'm going to do is I prefer to lose out on that. You can do 88, so you just get the Jordan packages. It's on you. I personally go with about 85. That way I still have, 85 gives you the very base, like the pro contact dunks, and I'm good with that. And that gives me more play around points. So if you want to raise your interior, you can raise it to about 75. You can also have it at 70 and raise pass accuracy by 2, but that really... You're a big, you don't really need that, So now, free throw, and this is where you're going to catch them lacking, right? 23, 28, 14, 24. Pretty solid if you know what you're doing. Pretty solid. But where I catch them lacking is I only have 14 playmaking, but if you did the college, you get +4 to a badge category with your rebirth, right? So I personally put my 4 into playmaking. That way I can, I can get the good fucking, the good playmaking badges like quick first step and ankle quick first step, hyperdrive, handles for days, you know, unpluckable, space creator. That's really what you want. So then after that, you know, continue. The good thing about this, if I did it right, you're gonna be in the big position, right? You're gonna be a big. You're 6'9", you're a little speedy, but you're still gonna have ankle breaking shots. You're still gonna have your sharp take, and you're gonna have lock. You're also gonna have rebounding take. It's pretty solid. Personally, I go with ankle breaking take because I usually play the market, so it's a little harder to get. Personally, me for it's a little bit harder to get those defensive, at least. So I usually go like ankle breaking shots and limitless range as the big. Slept on. They don't expect it. And the build is a stretch glass cleaner. Mine that I played. The person I'm sending this to, anonymous, was a two-way stretch glass cleaner. So it had a little bit different of a name, but it's all good. You know, it's essentially the same thing. And so once you do that, you start your My Career, you skip to the NBA, yada yada. If you made a rebirth, you get your few badges, and you want to put the 4 badge points you get from doing the college tournament onto playmaking, and that's about it. That'll be it. It'll end up looking. Let me go all the way back and show you what it's essentially going to look like by showing you guys my two-way stretch glass cleaner. It's essentially going to look sort of like this. You know, the one I just made is going to be a little different here and there, but that's what it's going to look like. Look, let me show you. This one's a little bit smaller. The one I showed you guys, I think, was 6'9". I'm not sure if I made it 6'9" or not, but this is what the build's going to look like. It's pretty solid. As a big for the ones, for market and shit like that, it's going to be pretty solid. And that'll be it. If you guys like it, you know, leave a comment, subscribe. If Anonymous 2KTV fucks with this build, you know, maybe you could send some of your followers, subscribers my way. My YouTube is Vactis, VACTIS. I have about 500. I'm not really consistent. I started this way back in the day, like Black Ops 2 days. But, you know, I do stream sometimes, and, you know, it's sort of been something I've wanted to do, but never really felt like it was rewarding me enough, you know. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you guys.